Okay, so, I have a couple of points that I didn't make in the last video, and I just really wanted to talk about them. So consider this a part 2 of my Malazan review, I guess. It is gonna be spoiler heavy. Okay, so, if you don't want spoilers, here is the cover of the book. Here you go. I'm gonna be talking spoilers, just spoilers, the whole way. So, 5-star book for me. If you didn't catch what is essentially part 1, even though I didn't know it was going to be a part 1 until I was driving home and I realized I didn't get to talk about the stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to talk about those. Okay, so the first thing that I want to mention is that I hate Shaik. Okay, so Felison, the elder, Felison from book 2 and Felison the elder, they are the same person because she adopts Felison the younger. I don't hate her. I don't like her sometimes because I feel sad for her and because it's horrible that she had to go through all that and that it's everything about her story is painful. Everything about her story is painful. And it's just really hard to get through. It is so hard to get through. But I don't dislike her as like a character. I think she's an excellent character. I hate how much it hurts. Like her storyline hurts. So when I say it, and I know that she goes by Shaik during a lot of the book, and it's because Shaik is taking over her, like she's using her as a vessel. I understand. Okay? We all understand. Everybody understands. Shaik, the goddess, the whirlwind, the Talana Mass, hate her. I hate her. She's awful. She's a parasite, okay? She is the worst. She had absolutely no interest or compassion in who she took over. She was a single-minded, horrible being. I hate her. Awful. Awful, awful creature. I know that she comes up again later. I know that it's a recurring thing. Felison, the name, cursed. Okay, cursed. I know already. I looked up the spoilers. I couldn't stop myself. Because I can't be hurt like that again. I looked up spoilers. I do that a lot. It's unfortunate. It's a character flaw of mine, but like I still enjoy books even though I like spoilers. Okay, so I know that the name is cursed, okay? And I know that Shaik comes back, even though it kind of seems like she's a little bit itty-bitty bit dead. Well, deader. At the end of what happens. I think she just got taken in by the chains, really, I know. But, hate her. I hate her almost as much as I hate Corbalodom. Whatever. Hate him. The worst. Bidethal, obviously, but he got what he deserved, and he's getting what he deserves for all of eternity as canon in the book, so love that. The second thing that I wanted to touch on is that part of the thing that I love about Karsa's story is that I love that because I was spoiled on his character, not like the point by point, but the fact that he is not at all likable in the beginning, and you grow to like him. Because I was spoiled on that, which I appreciate a lot because it made it so that I could enjoy this book way more than my coworker got to enjoy this book on his first read through. I got to like go along with it as like Karsa discovers X, Y, or Z. So X, Y, and Z are just like humility. Karsa discovers guilt. Karsa discovers people. Human beings. Karsa discovers a shark. Okay, he discovers a catfish, but the shark one has had me laughing for like a week now. I love it so much. He was so nonchalant about the fact that the man he was carrying on his back no longer had knees. He was bleeding out and making the water warm around him, and he was like, "Are there catfish around here?" And the guy was like, "Nope." And he was just like, "Got it, buddy." It was like Torvald, and he was like, "Okay." And then he just kept going, and then a shark eats the guy on his back, and then he like rips the guy out of the shark after killing the shark in water. This man is very buoyant. But Carson eats a shark. that was insane. He was just so nonchalant about this guy who was on his back, actively dying. He's like, they're catfish? No? Okay. Just keeps going, and then slays a shark. The only thing that I had to I had to skip over the scene where he kills those two Diregoths, or I think it was Diregoths, Diregoths. The Shadowhound originals. I couldn't do that. I couldn't handle that. I can't do dog deaths very well, even if they're vicious animals. I just don't handle it well. I did do a little skipping. A little bit of skipping. I did do that for that one. I just skipped over it. Because I knew that I wouldn't. But I did enjoy Karsa's story, and it was because somebody spoiled it for me. And I really appreciate them for doing that, because it made this book so fun. Okay? And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I wanted to expand upon the fact that I keep saying that I wish the book series went 1, 3, 2, 4. And the reason I feel that way is because the end of book 2 left me feeling devastated in a bad way. It felt like the entire chain of dogs, which is hours and hours of reading, was for nothing, because I thought that everyone except for Bent, Roach, Diker, Nil, and Nether slaughtered. And like technically Diker got slaughtered technically. So did Bent. Maybe Roach. Yes, and Roach. But Bent and Roach got healed at the end. Diker got his soul taken out to go to somebody. To be like resurrected, basically. So he's basically resurrected at the end. Kind of. Not at the end. He's at the end of book 3. But like, it was too much for me. It felt pointless. It felt excessive because of the fact that you spend hours suffering, getting these visceral emotions for this chain of dogs situation, and then no one survives. That was my issue. I could not handle that, okay? I don't like that. I know that would have been like accurate, whatever, like war accurate. I don't care. I didn't like it. It made me worry about what was okay to enjoy, what to suffer through, what to expect from like books going forward. So it really, really dulled book 3 for me, and I feel like I should have loved book 3 more than I did, because it was so well written. It was so good. It had all the characters that I really cared about, and and I just spent the whole time wondering and worrying that everything was pointless, because he wrote hours of a book that felt pointless. And then in book 4 you find out that there were survivors. Okay, you find out that there were survivors, and that made it all better for me. Like, yes, it was horrible, devastating, awful, but that smoothed it enough that I knew that there was still some Wiccans left. I love the Wiccan horses. I love the foolish dog. They're so cool. I love Grub. Grub's so cute. I knew Grub survived at the end of book 2, but how was I supposed to care about that that much at that second? But I love him. Love him from this book. Finding out that there were survivors, that helped so much. Watching this cathartic march that Tavare does to Raraku, and seeing the ghosts, and seeing the grief and the way that people were outpouring for like what happened, that helped so much. I really wish that I really wish I read it like 1, 3, 2, 4, because if I went into 4 getting that catharsis, I feel like I would have had a better outlook at the end of book 3, because book 3 was amazing, sad, but amazing. Like the series just would have been so much better that way if I knew more information. So like, I just wanted to touch on that, and I'm gonna go in now. But yeah, that's my thoughts on book 4. House of Chains is excellent. I will see you guys later. Bye!